Welcome to another episode of Bay Area Panthers Weekly. I am your host, Mike Pawlawski, former Cal quarterback and radio color analyst for the Panthers. And this week, there was an offensive explosion at the SAP Center. And it's something that we haven't seen so far this year. Bay Area Panthers have been so good on defense, but the offense absolutely came alive versus the Tucson Sugar Skulls. A big win, 68-57. Panthers back in prime form. And we're going to talk to head coach Rob Keefe right now. Coach, I know you're a defensive guy, but watching the offense go off like that had to feel good for you.
Oh, for sure. As the head coach, that's what you always want, right? And just really, really proud of everybody involved. When you see 68 points, could have been a possible maybe 82, which was awesome, or 84, depending on how you talk about the drop kicks and the 2-point conversions. But man, just so happy, I guess I would say, for lack of a better term, Coach Rod Windsor, Coach Les Moss, Coach Reggie Gray. Those guys are working their butts off as the offensive staff. And really what you're seeing now is the coaching is starting to catch up. The teaching is catching up. The understanding of what is expected of the offense. And then the camaraderie, right? The continuity. They're playing like a veteran group right now, and really proud. You're seeing our offense hit the stride that we always knew they could have. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. So really happy to see everything come together.
You said before the season ever started, it was about watching this offense gel because they were young and coming together. Do you think you've hit that stride now where this offense has gelled, where they've found that space?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, if a team, and again, not knocking another team, but just in general, right? If you say that maybe a team watches 2 hours of film a day, well, hey, if we're watching 4 hours of film a day, eventually after a certain amount of weeks, right, we double another team, right? And so we're putting in the work. Like, the work is being put in. Coaches, going over to the apartment complex for the players, watching extra film. Guys coming in, 2 hours early before practice to watch extra film. Guys staying late to watch extra film. Guys staying on the field to get extra work in. Look, it's a culture thing, right? And these are the guys that we've recruited. And so, you add all that up, the guys are putting in the work. And like anything with any student, sibling, young person, whatever it might be, anybody that you're mentoring, if they're going to put in the work, it's going to show. And they really are. And just really happy, as a whole, as a coach right now, with how hard everybody's working in the building, because you're starting to see the fruits of the labor are starting to come about.
And let's talk about a couple guys. Josh Tomas once again showing up this week. A guy didn't make any catches, but he was running the ball hard last night, let's try it again. Here we go. I'll cut that. 3, 2, 1. Didn't make any catches, but he was running the ball hard.
Oh, absolutely. And a testament to the offensive line, right? These guys on the offensive line, know what we have, right? They're smart, they're intelligent, they work so well together, open up these holes for Tomas. And then look, Tomas has these intangibles that you just can't coach, right? You can't teach height, you can't teach speed, you can't teach explosion. And the explosive burst that Tomas has to get to the lane, get to the edge, to beat defenders from point A to point B. It's awesome, right? It just shows, how fast he's able to get to those holes. And so really happy the way that he runs. He plays bigger than he is. And that's awesome. And you need that in a running back, such a versatile athlete, and maybe one of the best receivers we have on the team as well. So it really shows what kind of, recruit that we've got in this team with Tomas, just a versatile athlete. And, if he keeps this up, I think sky's the limit for him.
Well, and a guy who not naturally a running back, but he has great vision when he's carrying the ball. So to have the vision, to see those lanes, to make the cuts, to do what he does, I think he'd be a great return guy in the big field.
Well, without a doubt, just get the guy the ball. And if a guy has a vision, I was a punt returner, kick returner in college as well. Like, it doesn't matter what position technically, quote unquote, you play, but if we can see a person has great vision, has explosion, let's put him back there. And it's worked out tremendously. And give all the credit to Coach Windsor and Josh Tomas there, because Windsor was like, I think he'll be a great running back. Awesome foresight to see that, and it's paying dividends now.
Yeah, and you set it up, so let's talk about that special teams return. 50-yard return, almost untouched.
We saved a kick return for just that moment. We have multiple kick returns. I think every team does. And we talked about it before the game. Hey, we might pull this one out if needed. And 100%, man, we needed to score before the half. We got jammed up a little bit. They were coming back. We were getting stopped. Tucson was making their run. Plus, they got the ball back first in the second half. So if we didn't score there right before half, we were going to be in some trouble. The blocks were on point, had a double team in there. Tomas, again, having that vision, but also the burst to be able to get to the outside lane there and then hit it all the way to the end. What great momentum to go into the half. That was awesome.
You pointed it out. Mastering possessions right before half and scoring right before half, a huge part of the indoor game. And with short time for him to be able to return that kick, it saves you from having to try to put together either a Hail Mary pass or some kind of miraculous drive. You talked about the offensive line. Give those guys a little bit of love, creating not just for him, but for Josh Jones as well.
Oh, yeah. Look, Sidney Walker, the center spot, Christian Coulter, Jaime Navarro, on the edges there. I mean, those guys really, really work. I mean, Coach Les Moss, I mean, there's no better offensive line coach in this league to be coaching these guys. And again, another great job at recruiting, seeing who we needed. But I was saying it this morning to Coach Moss. I said, it's amazing, how well they work together. I mean, they genuinely enjoy each other, but they're dogs, man. They're good dudes off the field, but man, when they step on the field, man, it's another flip or switch that's flipped. I mean, they just have it, but they're very smart too. I mean, Sidney Walker at the center spot, a lot of centers are very intelligent. He's grabbing the whiteboard. He's drawing up, schemes on the whiteboard. I mean, the way that he communicates and talks, these are coaches themselves too. And so, those are the kind of athletes and players that we have. I mean, these guys are next level thinkers, and, we have a very intricate offense. And so it's amazing the way they communicate. And then they give the confidence back into the offense, knowing that we're always going to be protected. They're always going to go open up these lanes. And these guys are playing at a next level because we wouldn't be where we are if it wasn't for the offensive line.
I loved it. So a dude who he's been showing up all game long, but all year long, but last night, special night, Tyrese Chambers. You and I talked about it. I had a great conversation with him last week on the show. He's a young man, high confidence level, which you need at that receiver spot. And he was saying, throw me the rock, get me the rock. And last night, boy, he got 4 catches, 2 of them for touchdowns.
Yeah, absolutely. And we love it, right? And the way that the touchdowns are, I mean, running past guys. I mean, the fact that Josh Jones was able to spread the ball out. We got guys everywhere, but when Chambers is running a route, when he wants that rock, he's going to get himself open. And what high fashion, right, catches that he had. He tracks the ball extremely well, goes up for it, high points it, has a big body frame for a guy that might not be in that 6'4" range, but he plays that way when the ball's in the air, which is awesome. So, just good, ability to go up and get the football. And when he gets it, man, he's got big hands, man. He plays big. And so, really happy to get him going. Yeah, because you're right. He's a high confident guy. Another guy, he knows how to celebrate. I mean, he's going to let you know that he gets it. And that's where the confidence is starting to show. We're on that fine line of confidence and cockiness, which is exactly where I want the team. Because when you play that way, I mean, you're playing to win.
Yeah, well, and it's not cockiness if you back it up, right? So if you can back up what you're saying, it's just confidence, and confidence is absolutely essential for a team to be playing at a championship caliber level. Another guy who showed up, another receiver filling in for R.Z. McCorker, who was out with an injury this week, Trayvon Alexander. He gets in there, big body guy. He goes up and mosses a DB for a touchdown.
Man, and to get him going, that's where another guy we want to get really confident, right? And the confidence is growing every single day. I mean, Coach Windsor, Coach Gray have been working with him nonstop. A young guy. I mean, this is his first 7 games in professional football, which is awesome to see what he's doing right now. And he's a smart kid, man. He knows every single position. That's why he's on the field. Can't get him off the field now because of now you could see the confidence growing. Man, he went up and got that football, little underthrown, came back, had to go over top of somebody to pass interfere to get that rock, to literally moss somebody, go over top of their head and catch. I mean, it's awesome the way he blocks, how great he is on special teams. I mean, again, sky's the limit. The ceiling is so high for these guys. It really is. I mean, I'm saying some cliche stuff here, tip of the iceberg, like all these things that coaches say, but it is, man. We're just another one scratching the surface, whatever you want to say. I mean, it's the truth. I mean, we're just getting there right now. And it's only the beginning for guys like that.
Let's talk about Josh Jones, because before we switch over to the defensive side of the ball, Josh Jones went off last night. 7 touchdowns, 4 rushing, 3 passing. The 2 strikes to Tyrese Chambers, I thought the first one was really nice. The second one, you couldn't have thrown that ball any better. I think it was even laces up when he caught it. So, I mean, that's how good that throw was.
Well, yeah, quarterback see what quarterback see, right? That's awesome about you, right? That's what we're doing. I mean, it's same thing. Josh is playing confident. He's starting to get it. And we talked about it last week. I mean, Josh is starting to come back to Coach Windsor in practice. Hey, man, you know what? I like this or I don't like this. Now you're starting to get comfortable where you now can communicate in a very coach-like fashion back to the coaches. And that's what we need. And I'm so proud of the environment we've created. Like, the culture now is, hey, man, like, this is your guys' team. We serve you, help us help you, the transparency there. And it's starting to really take off. But again, too, he's got to play ball. The way he's running the rock, the way he's seeing it, he's starting to understand who to read in the run game. He's feeling confident in those 3rd and 4th down and long situations. And then to spread the ball out shows the confidence that he has in his teammates.
Yeah, definitely a great offensive game last night against 68 points. Anytime you score 68 points, 13 drives, 2 of them didn't convert. 2. And that's it. So
that's awesome.
Pretty impressive. Let's switch defensive side of the ball, because we're talking about guys who are now stepping up, contributing. Maybe guys who weren't in the beginning. Frankie West Jr., big-time special teams contributor so far, but he wasn't a starter. Then Joe Fouché gets injured. Now Frankie West Jr. starts this game, and he contributes big time last night.
Big time, man. Got that fumble recovery. No, look, Frankie's got a great story now. When he was at Illinois State, there's a great stat. In a 4-year starter at Illinois State, he did not have one pass interference or one holding call as a defensive back. Like, that's insane to me. Like, it's that kind of player. His father played in the indoor football leagues for a long time. Like, I knew exactly what we were getting in Frankie West. It's going to be very hard to get him off the field. Great player. And then again, too, when you score that many points, well, we're giving the ball that back, that many times too. And we were scoring very quickly. And so now we knew, oh man, if we're scoring in 1 or 2 plays, this might be a really high scoring game, especially where the ball was being spotted, taking the ball out of bounds a little bit, so now putting it at the 20-yard line, we knew like we were going to have back in the arena football days, right? This score was going to go really high up. And so, told that to Frankie, told that some of the defensive backs, hey, get ready for a really high scoring game. All we got to do is get our stops. And Frankie, didn't blink an eye. Just a really young player, but a really good player. Again, sky's the limit. Really happy to see where this is going with some of these young guys.
And that's a great point, right? Because you think, 68, 57, a lot of points on defense. But when your offense is scoring in 1 and 2 and 3 play drives, that means they're getting the ball back too. Another guy made his first start last night, I think, Billy Martin, the third.
Yeah.
Talk about him, because he came on at that defensive end spot, and he's contributing now as well.
Oh, absolutely. Played for Northern Arizona last year, and that was one of Coach Moss's sleeper picks, right? He said, look, I'm telling you, he's going to be a really good player for us. He has come on so tremendously, and a great player too, a great person. Like, he is the ultimate hype man for our team, and his attitude is getting him on the field. That's what I love the most about Billy, but he's so versatile. He can play the nose spot, he can play the end spot, and he's quick. He's one of these guys, like, he's extremely slippery, and he's causing a lot of havoc. Played last week in Arizona. This is his 3rd game that he's played in out of the 7 games. Got his first start last game. Tremendous player for us. Really happy, man. Went to the University of Albany. Has some good pedigree there in terms of the people that he's coached. His defensive line coach was the one who found Aaron Donald at Pittsburgh, now at Penn State. So he's been coached really well, and love to see Billy's progression. Another young player that has had experience on other teams, that is happy to be with the Bay Area Panthers and is just so bought into the culture and is helping him get in the backfield and causing havoc. And then the guys support him. Like, I love players like that. He's a guy that the guys rally behind because he has such a great attitude.
Awesome. And finally, this week coming up, San Antonio going down to Texas to go play the Gunslingers. It's partially payback, but that was the first game of the year. What's the message to the team right now in this game?
Well, look, hey, it's a travel game before a bye week, right? It's a travel game before a bye week to a team that we lost to. We're 5-2. It's going to be hot down there. They have really good coaches. Look, they don't have the best record. One of the only games that they won was versus us. And so it's about how we compartmentalize to do what we need to do to get this victory. Let's not think about the bye week. Let's not worry about how hot it is down there. Let's not try to play so crazy where we're, out of our minds. Let's play within the scheme. And I think that's a talk that we have to talk about with a lot of players, that a lot of guys are trying to do a lot of things because they want to make it to the higher levels, but stay within the scheme. Let the game come to you. Let's play the game that we know how to do. That's kind of the theme that we're going to talk about this week. But make no mistake about it. We were upset that we lost that first game. And so San Antonio is going to be ready for us. We're going to get everybody's best. I think it's going to be one heck of a football game, because they always are. And we just got to make sure we go 1-0 on the day so we can get to 6-2.
Awesome. I appreciate you taking the time to come on with us today, Coach. Always great to have you on here. Remember, you guys can catch that game coming up this Saturday. It starts at 4:05 California time, which means our pregame starts at 3:50. Kevin Richardson and myself out here will bring it to you right here, KMBR 1050. So don't miss that. Going to be a big game. Coming up, we're going to talk to Morris Joseph Jr., little D-line play, talk about the transfer portal in college. And we're going to talk about quarterback Josh Jones. 7 touchdowns, offensive eruption, big time. Don't go away. We'll catch up to you in a minute.